Welcome back to Byte BSU. I'm Wes Womble.
And I'm Tt Shinkan.
And this Sunday, we're gonna see absolute...
Wait, why'd you say Sunday?
You know, it's like a monster truck rally.
But didn't the movie come out on Friday?
It was a joke, TT.
Well, it wasn't a really good one. Am I wrong?
Last week we had the pleasure of meeting Creech, a monster that quite literally becomes part of a truck.
That's right, and other than that premise, I had no idea what to expect from this movie. The only thing I've seen before seeing it was the trailer, and to be honest, it didn't enthrall me. Now, having seen the movie, it seems that my predictions were pretty accurate.
I feel the same way. I went in the movie expecting next to nothing, and I was still let down in some areas. That doesn't mean the film was a total bust, however. In fact, there were some things that I really enjoyed. What about you, TT?
Personally, I love the score. The sound design and backtracks monster trucks were very well done. The background music sounded like something straight from an action thriller, while the vocal music had a country vibe to it. And I loved it! Another positive aspect of the film was the visual effects. They were pretty impressive and eye-catching. The designs for the monsters was pretty cool as well. Creech was super cute, and I kind of wish they went with the early concepts for him and his pals instead, though.
Weren't those the designs that had children running from the theater in terror?
I think so, yeah.
Yikes. Well, there were a few things that I actually found fairly surprising coming from a film like this one of which was the stunt work. And while you wouldn't expect a Nickelodeon film to have heart-pounding action sequences, this one still had some really neat tricks that they pulled off with all the different trucks. That being said, the way some of those stunts ended, there is no way that those henchmen in the movie survived. I mean, they outright got crushed by those trucks, with them still inside it.
Oh!
I'd at least put the body count around a few dozen or so. Alas, while the stunt work was flashy and the body count high, both simply couldn't distract from these poorly written characters.
I'd have to agree with you here. The characters were just so forgettable that I did just that. There were points in the movie where I was scratching my head wondering what their name was. And it didn't help that a lot of the times what they were doing wasn't memorable either. All of the protagonists acted without any real consequences coming to them and without any real setbacks. The movie just didn't feel suspenseful. And even a few scenes that did have a bit of momentum were still stopped by frequent continuity errors that ran throughout the film.
Speaking of breaking the flow of the movie, the blatant advertising in some spots was just a bit much.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure the takeaway from the film is that I should drink Big Red and drive a Dodge truck.
To be fair, the movie wasn't made for us in mind, and as far as most kids' movies go, I'd say it was a fun watch.
I'd agree with that. Technically, this film was really nothing to write home about, but that doesn't mean I wasn't smiling in the theater.
I would definitely recommend this movie to a parent, grandparent, or older sibling because it is definitely something a 9-year-old me would enjoy.
Well, that's all we have for you today. For all your geek media and entertainment, be sure to subscribe to Byte BSU, and we'll see you on the next Does It Suck?
Hello.
Cut, print, that's the ones. Moving
Hello,
on.
Dalton.
If I spit a sick beat, will you rap over it?
I can't rap, I'm white.
I like to see that.
Letting me down.
Tomato, potato, what?